In today's episode of Monsters Among Us, we'll dive right into the heart-wrenching and shocking case of Jennifer Sheffield, a vibrant 30-year-old mother from Brandon, Mississippi. Her life, full of promise and love, was tragically cut short by the very person she trusted most, someone she could never have imagined would bring her harm. Jennifer Sheffield wasn't just a remarkable woman, she was a force of nature. Her laughter could brighten the darkest days, and her kindness left an impression on everyone she met. As a hard-working and compassionate medical professional on her way to becoming a doctor, a devoted mother, and an animal lover, Jennifer lived a life fueled by love and curiosity. Her childhood was filled with adventures, riding horses, catching turtles with friends, and embracing life with an infectious joy that lingered in the hearts of those around her. It was this magnetic spirit that caught the attention of Brandon, a man 10 years her senior. The age gap didn't matter to the two of them. Their connection was undeniable from the moment they met. Friends and family recall how their chemistry lit up the room, with sparks flying during even the simplest moments of their early romance. They seemed like the perfect match. Interestingly, it appears that Jennifer was just a teenager when she conceived her first child with Brandon, although he was already an adult at this time. Of course, this paints an interesting narrative into the lives of Brandon and Jennifer, and, as we'll soon uncover, not everything was as it seemed. Brandon and Jennifer's connection was strong enough that they eventually tied the knot and welcomed two daughters, Gracie and Kylie, into their lives. For a time, everything seemed to be going well between the two of them. But as the years went by, the couple began to drift apart. Juggling the demands of raising children, managing work, and pursuing education took its toll, and the spark that once defined their relationship started to fade. In addition, Brandon wasn't fond of Jennifer's busy lifestyle because she worked and went to school in hopes of fulfilling her dream of becoming a doctor. Naturally, this took up much of her time, which Brandon wasn't happy about. Jennifer began to feel that their marriage was no longer fulfilling. While friends and family never observed Brandon being mentally or physically abusive toward her, it became increasingly clear that Jennifer was ready to move on. She wanted to focus on her own happiness and chase her dream of becoming a doctor. This growing divide marked the beginning of significant changes in their lives. Eventually, Brandon and Jennifer sat down to discuss the state of their marriage. They came to a mutual decision to pursue an amicable divorce, agreeing to part ways without animosity. Jennifer felt confident in Brandon's cooperation, so much so that she shared a few details about their situation with her followers on TikTok on December 10th, 2024.
So, about to be a newly single mom, and I am in the middle of a divorce. My husband is being incredible though, like really and truly, like we're working together, everything's great, we're splitting everything down the middle, like, you know, everything is good. It is a very civil divorce with our daughter in mind, and I really appreciate that. However, you know, I'm gonna be on my own, single income right now, and he will be helping with her, he will be supporting her, you know, so essentially, like, I'm really thankful for that, and that I will not have to worry so much about supporting her. However, I will be on a very limited income, with buying a new house and, you know, paying a mortgage and all that stuff. So, I've never done this before. I've never been on my own before. So, if you have any tips, saving money, making money, anything like that, like, I would really appreciate it. Like, you know, coffee at home, you know, I take caffeine pills, I do my own hair, nails, everything. Like, I do all that. So, yeah, if you just have any tips, like, I would really appreciate it.
Letting go of the man she had loved for so long was far from easy for Jennifer. It was a decision she made with deep reflection, considering not only her own well-being, but also what would be best for her daughters. Jennifer had always been devoted to giving Gracie and Kylie the best life possible, and this weighed heavily on her heart as she chose to move forward. Though the idea of divorcing Brandon was painful, Jennifer shifted her focus to more positive outlets. She poured her energy into building a beautiful garden, dedicating herself to her work, and spending precious quality time with her daughters. During this period of transition, she also sought solace and strength in her faith, using her time alone to deepen her relationship with God.
All right, so I do need some more advice now. Update on my last video, I have been hearing from God. But now that I'm feeling God's presence, it's like, bam, out of nowhere, just something happens. Like, is this a good thing? Is this like, I need some words of encouragement here. Like, does this mean I'm doing something right? That, like, I've opened up my heart, I've opened up my mind to listen to God, and I feel like he has been talking to me. Not as loud as normal, but like he's been talking, and then just literally out of nowhere. Oh, and I destroyed my finger. Like, this is good, right? Like, the devil is after me because I'm walking with God. I'm doing the best I can, and then, right? Like, please help. I know TikTok has all the answers to literally everything. So, just words of encouragement, please.
As the days passed, Jennifer poured her energy into the things that mattered most: her daughters, her faith, and rebuilding her life. She remained blissfully unaware of the storm brewing beneath the surface. Brandon, consumed by his own silent torment, had begun to spiral into a dangerous obsession. In his mind, if he couldn't have Jennifer, no one else ever would. The holidays would pass by like normal, but little did Jennifer's family know that soon their entire lives would be flipped upside down. On December 27th, Jennifer's family grew uneasy when they hadn't heard from her. By the next morning, their concern turned to alarm, prompting them to visit her home on Toulon Street to check on her themselves. What they found was deeply unsettling. Signs of foul play were immediately evident, and they wasted no time calling the authorities. When police arrived at the scene around 7:19 a.m., they uncovered a chilling tragedy. Both Jennifer and Brandon Sheffield were dead, each from gunshot wounds. Investigators quickly concluded it was an apparent murder-suicide. The evidence suggested that Brandon had fatally shot Jennifer before turning the gun on himself, leaving behind a devastating scene that would shatter the lives of everyone who knew them. Friends and family were utterly devastated by the shocking tragedy, struggling to make sense of the unthinkable. Jennifer's friend, Faye Lott, expressed her disbelief, saying that as far as she knew, Brandon had never shown signs of being violent. She described the heartbreak of losing two people she deeply loved and admired, unable to reconcile the man she knew with the horrific actions that had unfolded. Brandon's devastating decision to take both his life and Jennifer's has left their two young daughters without parents, forever altering their lives. In the wake of this unimaginable tragedy, a GoFundMe has been established to support the girls as they navigate a future without their mom and dad. If you'd like to help provide for the children during this difficult time, we've included a link in the video description where you can donate. Every contribution can make a meaningful difference in their lives after such a heartbreaking loss.
If you're seeing this right now, I hope you have a beautiful day. And I had this feeling this morning for some reason to tell you that it's gonna be okay. And that if you woke up this morning, which clearly you did, that you still have a purpose. You still have things to do. No matter what situation you're going through and no matter how hard it is, you've got to keep pushing. You still have a heartbeat. And that means that you've got to keep going. You have a purpose. And I hope you realize that today. You have so many things to be thankful for, whether it's just the fact that you have breath in your lungs, or that you have a heartbeat, or that it's a beautiful day outside, or that the grass is green. You still have so many things to be thankful for, and don't ever take that for granted. Everything that you're going through right now has been pre-planned. there's already a victory at the other end. You just got to make it there. And you have to have faith that you are going to make it there. And that no matter what, there's hope. And that just everything's going to be okay. Whatever you have to do, make yourself smile today. Whether it's turning some music on and singing to the top of your lungs, or going for a walk, or, you know, just walking outside and feeling the sunshine. Just let yourself smile today because you deserve it. I believe in you. Even if nobody else does, I believe in you.